All right, Leo, let's get in here. So right at the beginning of the month, we've got a full moon happening at 9 degrees of Aries. This lights up your ninth house space. Now, the full moon says that something needs to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted. So we're going to create a shift here. However, the ruling planet of this full moon is Mars, and he is retrograde. So this gives me a sense and some indication of what's going on here. First of all, educational things, higher learning, things about faith, things about your expansion. So even if this comes down for you, Leo, in your life to something with immigration, something with law school, wherever you would want to have that higher mind, higher aim, expand out, something with languages, whatever it is, the full moon is causing for a correction or a shift, or to bring something to closure. Are you graduating? Did you finish that horary class? Did you finish that paralegal class? Did you finish that Spanish class? Whatever it is. But as Mars is retrograde here, this full moon gives me this thought that also what's happening is that you've done it. Something's taking the shift, but Mars doesn't have that forward motion. He's not ready to go out there and be like, yes, I've taken the class, I've finished it, I'm ready to go. Let me set up shop. Right? Mars might have your motivation a little like hinky right now, or a little low key. And that's okay, because what Mars retrograde does for you this month and at this moon is give you a chance to not only make the shift and the adjustment, but get some strategy behind where you're going to go next, gather up some assertion so that as you go forward, you can really put it out there. Okay. Now, because Mars is retrograde as well, if you did have an educational situation that you were having to go back to, maybe you had to take a break, you had a baby, something happened in the family, you just didn't do it, this would be a good time to go back to it and go ahead and make the adjustment and get back in there as well. On the 2nd, Venus is moving into the energy of Virgo, which I love for you this month, Leo. I love it. It's good to your finances. It gets to the nitty gritty. It's discerning. What's the priority? What am I doing here? I want my money to have the most integrity. I want how I'm making my money to have the most integrity. Not to mention, this Venus movement here is going to make connections to Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto. They're grounded. Everybody's getting ready to be out of retrograde, because just in 2 days, on the 4th, Pluto will come direct. So the way that you make money in a daily way, on your daily grind, your freelance, your hustle, Venus and the Capricorn Council are blessing that at this time. So tell me what's happening for you this month, Leo, with your money. I'm really curious to know, but this Venus is trying to be attractive and magnetic and bring some harmony to this area. On the 13th, Mars is going to go retrograde at 12 degrees of Scorpio. It will slide back into Libra at the end of the month, but we're going to start this retrograde at 12 degrees of Scorpio, lighting up the 4th house zone for you. Home, family, real estate, property, your own internal foundation, the places you call home, your parents, all of these things are now going to go under deep review. You're going to revise, re-edit, reconnect, re-evaluate, reunion. You're going to do all of those things as Mercury is traveling back through this energy of Scorpio. If there are fears of transition in this particular area, Mercury is going to take you with Scorpio through that zone to see maybe what's the holdup here, what's the fear, because it does need to transform, and it also needs to be an area that's allowed to be vulnerable enough for transformation. So home zone area, keep your eyes on the prize, okay? On the 16th, we've got a new moon happening at 24 degrees of Libra. This is going to light up your 3rd house. So at the new moon, we're planting our seeds of intention. What would you like here? What do you want to see blossom? I always remind people, at a new moon, whatever you plant, for good or for ill, that's what you're going to work on for at least 4 weeks, okay? So be mindful of the energy you're putting out there around the moon most specifically. But here you have an opportunity to say, okay, in my communication style, in my learning, in my training, in my communication, I would like to begin a balance of, I would like to have this in my relationships. I would like to, Venus, I would like to have this area of my life be very attractive. Call into my space contracts, books, the words to write my book, the word for my website, the words for my article, healing with my siblings, healing of my own mind and thought process, the money Venus to take this course and do this study, whatever it is. Plant those seeds of intention at this new moon so we can watch them get set to blossom out over this next handful of moon cycles, okay? On the 22nd, we see the sun moving into the energy of Scorpio, joining Mercury up there. So this again is the fourth house space, but the sun is light, heat, life, and vitality. So there's a motivation to really take care of and be home, be with people, be in the night side of your chart with this energy. Spend time with mama, spend time, loving on yourself, spend time getting secure and solid and anchored. What's got you anchored right now, Leo, and getting to explore that. Now, the sun moving here as well could equally speak to some of you. Maybe you're getting new housing or you're moving. Ooh, somebody could be moving in. We did just have that new moon. So are you moving in together? If that's you, let me know in the comment section down below. Are you starting to work from home? Is that it? Did you finally get the tech and you're ready? You're like, yep, okay, I'm for sure going to work from home. Whatever that is, let me know in the comment section down below, please. On the 24th, this is a day I wanted to tell you about. Venus is going to trine Saturn, and I like this energy because what's happening here is that this is a great day to make a commitment, right? If you've got a commitment or something that you want to make it official. This is a great energy for that because a long-term commitment made this day has long-lasting effects and is usually very, very positive. So the 24th is your day, my friends. On the 27th, we see that Mercury retrograde sliding back into the energy of Libra, now in that third house space. So you're going to relook over communication, contracts, details. If you sell real estate, you buy or you sell things. Oh, somebody could be getting a new car. I would tell you, you maybe address the fact that you need a new car. If you're going to buy one during a Mercury retrograde, I just want you to be mindful, get all of it in, read all the fine print, take somebody else with you so there's multiple set of eyes on there. But ultimately, if you need a new car, you need a new computer, you need a new whatever that has these tiny gadgets, you got to replace what you've got to replace, but just know that down the road there may be some kind of adjustment that comes with that, and it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means we're doing it in a retrograde, so we maybe have to review it again when things come forward, okay? On the 31st, as we end this month, we're going to see the full moon happening in Taurus, right there conjunct Uranus. This lights up the tip-top part of your chart, so it gives me that indicator that, yay, you finished your school, your education, you did all that stuff at the beginning of the month, you finished your training, and now here you are with this full moon at the end of the month. Are you going to change your job? Are you going to end, acknowledge, or adjust something in your career or in what we know you as? This is the thing. The 10th house is not just career. It's also, what do we call you? What's your title? On the 24th, did you get married? Did you go from Mr. or did you go from single to Mr. or Mrs. such and such? Did somebody move into your house? Did somebody move out of your house? Because roommates or roommateless, like, what do we know you as? This can also speak very much to adjustments in what we call you and know you as much as it can to the career as well. But Mars is still retrograde, so if you're making a change, even a surprising change of direction in your career or in what we know you as, you may be limping your way there, but it will definitely be happening. Remember, the retrograde energy as of the 4th of October does continue to decrease as we walk forward towards the end of the year. So things are moving forward. The outside world is moving forward. So the opportunity for forward progress and advancement is there. Just the motivation may still be a little bit quiet right now while Mars is in retrograde. But make your plan, make your strategy moving forward, invite the unexpected, because it's ultimately creating an adjustment that is needed in